Hello everyone, I'm Aong. In this episode, I'm going to share with you a stir-fried noodle dish that I often make at home. It's really simple, just add vegetables, no meat. I just like to put in vegetables, that's all. As for the noodles, I'm a bit particular. I prefer to use this kind of noodle. This Gardinia brand. If you're in Malaysia, I use this brand Gardinia because the noodles don't really have that alkaline taste, so they're really good and taste great when stir-fried. Without further ado, let's start by opening up the yellow noodles and loosening them up a bit. I'm using 200 grams, which is enough for 2 people. If you cook the whole pack, it should be enough for about 5 people. Alright, next we'll cut up some vegetables. Prepare an appropriate amount of Chinese cabbage and slice it into strips, but don't cut them too small. Then slice some carrots into thin strips as well. You can also cut up some choy, wash it thoroughly, and set it aside. Prepare a suitable amount of bean sprouts. Get 2 cloves of garlic, crush them, and then chop them finely. Okay, once all the necessary ingredients are completely ready, the very next important step is to meticulously prepare the seasoning. When you are carefully making this particular seasoning, please keep in mind that the yellow noodles we have purchased are already quite inherently salty. So when you are seasoning, try to use considerably less of the salty ingredients. Also, remember not to add any additional salt whatsoever. That's precisely how we can ensure the seasoning is perfectly balanced and just right. Add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, then mix everything well. Alright, here are all the prepared ingredients. Next, we'll heat up the wok and start stir-frying the noodles. First, heat up the wok, then add an appropriate amount of oil. Add the minced garlic first and saute until fragrant. Once the garlic is fragrant, add the cabbage and radish and stir-fry until aromatic. After stir-frying the vegetables until fragrant, add the seasoning mixture you prepared earlier. Stir fry a few times, then add an appropriate amount of water and wait for it to come to a boil. Once the broth is boiling, you can add some lard. After the lard has melted, you can add the noodles. Then continue to cook, half simmering and half stir-frying until the sauce thickens. You can see the sauce has thickened quite a bit. At this point, you can add dark soy sauce for color. Add the choy as well. Next, continue stir-frying to bring out the aroma of the noodles. For my version of fried noodles, it's meant to be a bit moist, so having this amount of liquid is normal. Alright, after stir-frying the noodles until fragrant, the final step is to add the bean sprouts. Remember not to overcook the bean sprouts. After adding the bean sprouts, stir fry a few more times and then it's ready to serve. I strongly recommend adding lard, choy sum, and bean sprouts. Only then will your stir-fried noodles have that authentic homemade flavor. Alright, this very simple and quick homemade stir-fried noodle dish is done and ready to serve. You can sprinkle some pepper on top to make it even more fragrant. Alright, this is the stir-fried noodles I often make at home for myself. Let's just call it homemade stir-fried noodles. The most important thing is the lard. You must have lard. And also, after you finish stir-frying, add a bit of pepper. Or if you prefer, you can add the pepper while stir-frying before serving. That works too. Alright, let's give it a try. Wow, just look at these incredible noodles. Because of the rich, flavorful lard, they're especially glossy, wonderfully smooth, and truly delightful. It's very homestyle, really has that taste of mom's cooking. When I was little, my mom used to make it for me just like this. The most important thing was always the lard. That's what she said, okay? Alright, that's it for this episode. See you next time. Bye-bye.